Hello and welcome to the second video of my August 2022 video challenge. I am going to be talking about a specific topic today, and so I am really glad that I had a really amazing day and a lot of beautiful things came to light for me that I am going to share with you. So the topic of this video today has a topic, like a specific topic, is what does it mean to be a working artist and what does it mean to be a teaching artist? So the reason that this is the topic today is because this presented itself to me like very loudly. And I am like also going to connect this to my journey right now with my health and with my mental health and coming into a place of more alignment and happiness in my life. I feel like that is definitely an overarching theme of this channel, and finding alignment is something that I have been finding alignment and happiness is something that I have been exploring over the last 10 years. And I think that the two go hand in hand. And so this is the biggest lesson that I've learned so far in my life. In my 35 years of life. I'm going to allow myself to be free and open and stream of consciousness. I'm also going to be talking about numerology on this channel. I'm going to be talking about human design. I'm going to be talking about, what's the other topic? Like different systems and tools to get clearer on your unique, there's a beautiful phrase that my friend Hara used recently that I really love, and the words she uses, your signature way of being, like your signature style, your signature. And so I'm going to be talking about the specific systems and modalities that I have learned and been exposed to, and I feel definitely more so in the last 2 years. I mean, I feel like a lot of us can align with like the fact that since 2020, we've been doing a lot of self-development and self-inquiry. And in an earlier video and also in a podcast interview that I have on it's in my link tree in my Instagram, I've spoken about how after a major job loss, I had a spiritual awakening that, like saying it with a stutter in my voice, it's like, okay, it's okay to say spiritual awakening. After a major job loss in my life, I went through a deep depression and then experienced a spiritual awakening. And like for me, I categorize that depression period as my dark night of the soul. And I've also learned that we can go through the dark night of the soul more than once. And I found that out later as I've gone through it like twice now. And so I've spoken about in other videos and in an interview like what that experience was like. And then after that experience, which was 2014, I started to explore self-inquiry, and essentially came to a place where I had a desire to know more about myself and who I was, and more than just the exterior of like, this is my face, this is my body, this is my hair, and I'm like good at art. I started to really dive deep into those things, into those questions of like, who am I? And I explored that for about 6-7 years, and then in 2020 is when I started to connect with other people virtually and learn, actually it was through my really good friend Alexandra, who also has a YouTube channel. She lives in Colombia, she's from Colombia, who started to see a woman about human design, and learning that through her, then that opened me up to gene keys, and then that opened me up to numerology, which numerology is an older system. I'm going to be definitely like using different words and then correcting myself as I go along, because I feel like this journey of self-exploration is about like connecting with the teachers and the people that you resonate with, and then as you continue to learn, it's just very much in the energy of, I guess what I'm trying to say is like being a student of life and learning more as you grow, and essentially being okay with correcting yourself and realizing when you make mistakes, or realizing if you use a word that is like incorrect or inappropriate. And so that is my like as I go along describing these modalities and systems that I'm learning, like, see, I'm saying systems and I'm kind of like, I don't know if systems is the right word, but until I find the correct word, I will have to keep using that word. So yes, what I'm saying is, as I go along, please bear with me. I may be learning new things, and then through those learnings, I will share them with you so that you can use the proper words for these things that I'm describing. So, wow, I'm going down like a huge, huge rabbit hole right now, and I want to reconnect with the theme of this video today, which is what is a working artist and what is a teaching artist. So a working artist and a teaching artist are essentially the same thing. Mind blow. And the reason, gosh, I really love to explain myself. I think it's like because I just want to really like always be super like getting to the bottom of things. And yeah, and I am a number 4 in numerology, so like I will talk about that in a different video. Okay. For me, the past few years since my major job loss have been this really challenging exploration of like essentially trying to figure out where I fit in the world, and like where my energy is best served. And so growing up in America, in New Jersey, in the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area, for the longest time, I felt like that for me meant to be an art director. so that I had to come into this position, essentially so that I had to please a specific ladder of people to come into a position of being an art director. And then, only then, and at that moment, would I have found my title and found my place in life, and come into this place of okay, this is where I'm meant to be, and now I have found my purpose. And I guess I felt that way because since a young girl, I always loved creating, and I always loved creating at a grand scale. So I would write plays, I would write proposals for music videos, plays, shows, skits, dances, choreographed dances, and I would write these plays, and I'd write them from beginning to end with every part completely figured out, and with everything from the costumes to the people to the roles, the characters, and everything like that, the music, the technical aspects. And I really find that the first thing that we're drawn to when we're younger is 9 out of 10 times the thing that we're meant to do. So, saying that, I knew from a young age that I was meant to be a director. And then as one grows and goes through the process of schooling and after school and young adult life, you then learn that there are many steps, and that relationship building is very important, and also a lot of other things. I find that on this channel, with the modalities and the systems that I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to start to uncover a lot of the layers of these essentially modern mindset of these modern programmings of that we have to please other people in order to be where we need to be or get where we need to get. Right now, what I feel and am learning through the modalities of human design, numerology, gene keys, astrology, is that actually really taking care of ourselves and being really good to ourselves, good to our bodies, good to our minds, good to our souls, allows us to come into our signature style, and then in that way just start to organically be who we are meant to be. So it's definitely a process, I want to say a game and a process that I am going to talk about a lot and explore through these videos on this channel, and also just my life. These videos will be just a small aspect of my life. And so for the longest time felt okay, I need to be a director, and this is what I need to do, and all of these very specific things. So today, the topic is, what is a working artist? What is a teaching artist? And today I found that out, and I found that out on a deeper level. And I also reconnected with the fact that I had learned this before. And that might sound very strange, but I think it's important to say, because a huge part of this human experience is remembering. I feel that we are constantly remembering who we are, and that is the process of coming from a state of unconsciousness to consciousness. So this is a painting that I painted recently about that process, and a huge connection with a deeper side of myself, my inner self. And also, I think I'll do a separate video just on this painting, but I just felt called to hold this up right now. So yeah, I believe that part of the human experience is this remembering, and we're going through this journey of remembering who we are at our core, at our center, at our heart center, at our pure light area. And so like that is a reason why we make mistakes a lot, or go down the wrong path, or go down ridiculous paths of like difficulty and etc., because we are in this cosmic play of remembering who we are, and our job is to come into that frequency as much as possible. And that is, in a nutshell, the steps to avoiding pain and suffering. These are all Vedic literature and history learnings that I have, thankfully, and I'm still in the beginning stages, not baby beginning stages, but yeah, these are all Vedic. This is Vedic knowledge that I've come to learn through my yoga practice and through yoga teachers and practitioners. I feel a burp in my chest. I had a kombucha before. So, yes. So to be a working artist and a teaching artist, it essentially means that you are an artist and you use that tool, and you recognize that that is what you do. And I found it important for this to be the topic of this video, because I want to help any other artists that are watching this video right now, any other artists that are out there that may be going through like a huge confusion period of like, what am I meant to do? And a lot of energy around that, like, who am I meant to be? Where do I belong? All of these things. This is information to guide you to just make art. And between today and tomorrow, and hopefully the next video, between today and tomorrow, I'm going to rewatch this beautiful movie. It's called The Barefoot Artist, and it is about a woman named Lily Yeh. Like, she spells her last name Y-E-H. And it is about this woman's journey, this woman's life. And I had seen it about 4 years ago now. The movie came out in 2014. And it speaks about her specific journey of making art and creating art wherever she was. And it is so inspiring. And again, tune back in tomorrow. I'm going to do a review of the movie. Definitely this week I'm going to do a review of the movie. Most likely it will be tomorrow. And it is just so descriptive of how, as a creative person, we have the ability to change spaces. We have the ability to change the atmosphere, change the energy of a room. And in this way, that is what it means to be a working artist. It means to use your hands and create. And then the last thing I'm going to share is to be a teaching artist means to do this, to be a working artist, and then to teach others how to do that. And this is a really, really, really secret, beautiful tool, because in the world, there are many spaces and organizations that are seeking working artists and seeking teaching artists to be part of the communities and that these organizations are in. This is like a lot of information, and I'll like just tap into all these topics throughout the course of the month and this channel. But there are people that are seeking teaching artists, and in this way there is a way to be employed and to teach in the world and to teach in this specific 3D world that we're living in right now, as we're going through this process of ascension, and as we are moving to a space of new structures coming into play, new ways of being, new ways of creating in the world. I'm being called to hold up this painting again. And as we are in this very specific transition, I'm finding it just very important to be able to know that there is a way to use your specific talents and skills to help other people during this time. And I think the very last thing I want to say to close this video is that if you are somebody who identifies with being an artist, if you have like had a call to be an artist, if you are like someone who has like literally a ton of like all your artwork around you right now, and you're just like that person that makes work all the time and that's part of your daily habit, keep doing that, and also push yourself to get involved in your community and see, or I feel like what I want to say is just know that the simplest event that you can organize, the simplest like going to the park and setting up your art supplies on a blanket, is really the activism that is being needed right now, and is really so much more than just, for example, getting hired at a Starbucks or a Subway sandwich. Yeah, it is like just really, really impactful to be able to see that you are worthy and you have the ability to help other people beyond just being in your enclosed space of a studio or bedroom or apartment or loft. We are really in need of working artists and teaching artists right now, and the young people are really in need of that. So that was my really beautiful lesson for the day. And today I had an interview with the Summit Visual Arts Center here in New Jersey to potentially do this in New Jersey. And this just also really opened up for me. You know, I feel like the ability that I have to do this, which I've known it for a while, but again, a lot of the time we need reminders, and this is just like really what has been making me happy and feel called to rewatch The Barefoot Artist and then share that in the next video. So I feel that that is all I want to say for today's video. Have my altar set up inside, and I also am going to be completing this very soon, so I'm excited about that. And this was a painting that came to me when after having a beautiful cup of cacao. And yeah, this explanation definitely deserves its own video, but I just wanted to share some of the pieces that I have around me right now. So if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and if there was anything on here that you feel like would help a friend or another creative that you know, please do share this video. The intention of this channel is to help people, so please pass this along if you have received a spark of some sort of someone specific that you feel needs to hear this. Have a beautiful day or night. I wish you warmth, I wish you light, I wish you happiness. Good night.